grind out win tonight for our gang. Thought we came out really sluggish, lethargic, and then we kind of got it going there. Then I thought it turned into a terrific ball game between two teams that desperately are trying to separate themselves from the muddled middle of the Big Ten right now. And not happy with the way that we rebounded tonight. You know, the fact that they got 74 shot attempts to our 49 had a lot to do with their 16 offensive rebounds. So disappointed with that statistic. But I thought when we needed to respond there in the fourth, beginning of the fourth, I thought we did in a big way. And I think we went to Jen Anderson a couple times and just got high percentage shots, and then from there got to the free throw line, which was big for us, especially in the fourth. But give Penn State, that's a great basketball team, well coached. Tania Page is a terrific player, and she's, like I said earlier in the press, that she was going to be a very difficult guard. And she proved to be that. So really happy for our kids on a night that we didn't shoot it, I didn't think, great. Still found a way to win. And just, like I said, it was just kind of one of those grind-out Big Ten games tonight that I think the fans got to see.
Questions? Talk about it being sluggish in that first bit. What did you see offensively?
I just didn't think that we had any pop. There was no energy. There was no purpose in our cuts. You know, I just thought we did a lot of jogging. That's the best way to describe it. And then I thought defensively, we just kind of looked like we were stuck in mud at times, and we weren't moving, and we weren't talking, we weren't communicating. Didn't get off screens well enough. Really allowed their guards to get downhill a couple times. I think we gave up 11 middle penetration drives in the first half, which, again, our hard, fast rule in our shell is that we don't give up middle. You know, we'll give up baseline because we hope to have help, but we do not want to give up middle penetration. So we had too many of those. And like I said, I just thought that we came out with not the energy level that we certainly needed. But I thought we got that fixed as the game went on. We'll leave that in the timeout, but amongst our group. But yeah, I told them to wake up. You know, I just told them that we needed to, change our body language and change our focus and play with a greater purpose. And so, you know, I just really told them that they needed. It was a 40-minute game, and it was going to be back and forth, and every ounce of energy was going to be needed. And in order to win the game, we needed to wake up in that moment. And like I said, I thought that they responded. Never liked to do that, though. But it was the scenario at that time needed something needed to be said. And so that's really the conversation. But then after that, it was, really super positive with them. Thought we were getting good shots. Some of those didn't go down. But really just trying to get them energized on the defensive end.
In that final, I think in the fourth quarter, the first 7 minutes, they only scored 2 points.
Right.
What did you see?
Well, I just, we told them that's how they're going to win the game. I thought Jen Anderson by far did the best job. Anytime that Paige or Span was coming off any kind of a single pin down screen or off of a double staggered screen, we wanted our post players to be there in hard show. To give Lex or our guard, defender enough time to recover and get back in the play. We just want to level them off and be in front of their guards once they catch or on the catch. And I thought Jen Anderson, being in foul trouble, that hurt us because she's probably the best at being able and understanding what we're trying, what we're trying to do with those ball screens. And our young kids, Darby and Bree and Kim Royster, still have to improve in that area as we continue. But that's really what we were after, was more of a show mentality off those screens.
They took 25 more field goals. You guys only made 2 threes.
Sure.
But you just crushed them at the line that last quarter.
Sure, and that was part of it too. I went in, I said it, I told the kids, it's been a long time since I felt like we've been to the free throw line. And so the goal tonight was to get there 20 times. We only got there 4 times, right, in the first half, I think. And I told them they were a long way away from their goal. So it was nice to see them. And again, some of those in the fourth were because, they were pressing and they were trying to, go for steals. But I thought we did a much better job of, putting the ball inside, Tyra taking it off the bounce, trying to draw contact, and then get to the free throw line. So that's is good to see on a night where, again, we didn't shoot it great, as you mentioned. But, you got to find other ways to manufacture points, and getting to the line is one of them.
Things were kind of slipping away at the end of the third there, but obviously you guys came out fast and strong.
Sure.
In the fourth, were you concerned at all heading into the fourth?
No, not really. I mean, we've been in that situation before, and look, you're playing in one of the best leagues in the country. You expect it to be back and forth and to grind it out. We're not going to, always win every quarter. You'd like to, and you're not going to go into every quarter up with a nice lead. You'd like to do that too, but the game didn't allow that tonight, so we had to make an adjustment. Kids had to really dig down defensively. And that's what we're most proud of, the fact that I thought in the fourth, that was probably their best, 10 minutes of defense. And we needed that because, as you mentioned, we were behind and we needed something to go our way. Offensively, I felt like we got really good looks throughout. It was the defensive end where we just still have to continue to understand game scouts or, scouting reports and how we're going to guard specific actions. We don't try to really change up anything per team. We guard staggered screens one way. We guard pin down screens one way. And, some of our young kids get in and instead of guarding it the way that we want them to guard, they try to take the easiest path. And sometimes that path is running into bodies. And that never bodes well, okay? That means that you're blowing your coverage. And so that's always moments that we can teach our young players and they can see from our veterans how we guard certain actions the right way. And so that was, big for us, I thought.
Carly struggled with her shot a bit lately, but she hit those 2 threes, kind of get you out
Sure.
of the funk in the first quarter. Do you think that was kind of a turning point in the game, and maybe with her getting her
Again, we've seen Carly do that. She's hit some big shots for us, but it couldn't have came at a better time. We needed something in the building to energize us and our fans, because I think that there in the first couple minutes, it was not a fun game to watch. From our perspective, just because we weren't hitting shots and then we were giving up too many easy shots on the other end. So for Carly to come off and get us going, that was kind of the shot in the arm that we needed. But then she's, I think, 0 for the rest of the game. But timely threes for us without question.
How big are these next 2 road games?
Huge. We got to go into Wisconsin, a team that has been up and down under new leadership, and we got to steal a few. We got to steal a few on the road, and our kids know that. They know what's at stake. But as I always tell them, you got to earn the right to win, and we can't go in there. You don't play the record of Wisconsin, and you don't play that. You play the game, and you got to make sure that your mindset, your edge, is in the right place. And as we continue to tell our kids, it's always a 1-game season, but they're not. They watch, right? They're watching the standings and they're seeing how muddled the middle is, and we're trying to separate ourselves right now. And in order to separate yourself, you got to get wins.
Anything else for Coach?
Just with Jen, the way she went down,
Yeah, I think it was just a tweak. It's hard to tell. I think she came down on somebody's foot, but I think that for her to get up and walk off. With just Robert's help, I think that's a good sign. And I think the other positive thing for us is that we're going into a long week here where we get some time. We got Jen and Cahill haven't practiced really the last 2 days because of B's ankle, because of Kim's been sick. And now, Jen's been under the weather as well for the last 2 weeks. So this will be a good time, good chance for us right now to kind of catch our breath and all those little nicks and dings we got going on, get those kids some rest and get them healthy by Sunday.